G'day guys, welcome back. Welcome to Pouring Your Heart Out. I'm going to do some resin coasters today, but I'm going to play with some inks. Now, you know how I've seen people have little tiles, like a round tile or a hexagonal tile, a white tile maybe, and then they put the alcohol on, that's just alcohol in there, and then they drop their inks on, and then they blow it around, and it makes these pretty patterns. And then they stand their tile like on a little container or something, and then they pour resin over the top and let it run down, like they've taped the back, and then you get your little resin coated coaster with alcohol inks. So I'm going along those lines, but what I'm going to do is, I don't have any little tiles, so I'm going to actually pour white resin into these four. I'm going to let it set for about 4 hours until it's nice and hard. I don't want it to be tacky because I want it to be nice and smooth and shiny like a tile would be. And then I'm going to drop the alcohols on, alcohol inks, and blow them around. And then I'm going to put a clear coat on so that when we pop them out, we've actually got a full resin coaster, but with alcohol inks. Now, I saw a lady by the name of Edna Wagen, I think that's how you pronounce her surname. Hi Edna. She used, I think it was blues and greens and gold. I think from memory, it was a while ago I watched it. I think she poured the coasters. Oh no, she used, I think she used silicone corking to make a mold, and then she poured white into that, and then she took it out and then put it like on a little container and put the ink on, and then poured the resin on top. So I'm kind of going along that way, but as I said, pouring the white in first. Right, so enough talking. Hopefully you understand what I'm doing. I'm going to put some of the Resin white satin in here. I've made 110 grams of A and 50 grams of B. I've got the Platinum Ultra, because A is heavier, so I always go a little bit more. So we'll do the first coat first. I know it's not terribly exciting, so if you want to skip that, feel free. So let's do a scoop. This is just a little teaspoon. I'll give that a mix up and see how that goes. I should pour it in first, shouldn't I? But this is the cup that I was mixing the resin in. So not terribly exciting for this first stage. I'm just going to mix the white in. I'm going to pour it in there. And then come back in 4 hours. I'm hoping it's going to work because, as I said, every time I've watched somebody else do it, they had their coaster already done and it was sitting on a little container lid or whatever, and then they kind of blew the inks around on it and over the side. But I can't do that. I mean, I can blow them, but it's not going to run off over the side. So I'm hoping it's still going to work the same way, but I'm just, you know, missing that step of doing it on an actual tile or making the coaster first and then pouring the inks over the top. So, but anyway, hopefully you understand what I'm talking about. You'll see what I mean as we go along. So this mold, these are, oh, what are they? Let's have a look. I think these are 11 or 12 centimeters across. So they're a decent size. And I thought this might be nice, doing a gold in round and then doing a gold edge. I've got some gold ink as well. These are all Pinatas. So when I do the next layer, I'll go through the colors, but they're kind of blueies and greens and some gold, and then I'll paint the edges in gold. So hopefully it'll work. All right, so that's all mixed. I think that's looking good. Don't need any more. It's opaque. Should be okay. All right, let's leave that there. Now let's see, hopefully we get an even amount. I'll just pour a puddle in the middle first, and hopefully they're all kind of even-ish, because I thought I'll do half, fill it up sort of halfway, and then wait for it to set, and then the top layer the other half. Because I know that this mold holds 330 grams, which is just over 10 ounces. So hopefully that's half. And I was in two minds about whether I wanted to do like a pearly look like this with a mica powder, or whether I just wanted to do a plain white pigment paste, you know, because it would be a more dense, just a block color. But with this, we're going to get, like, you know, we're going to get movement on it. So we'll see how it goes. So that's pretty much it for the first step. I think this one's got a little bit more in it. I'll just borrow a little bit from you. That didn't do much, did it? Oh, look, it's not going to make much difference. I'll just top them up later on with clear, and they'll all be doming, so they'll all be the same. Right, let's torch. Should just put my little lid back on that. And torch with my little cute heat gun there. Basically just doing in the middle where the bubbles are. And if it works, like maybe next time I can do a black background. So we'll see. See how the resin's all pulling in from the edges. So we're getting that really pretty striation. So I might actually, if I can, leave some negative space and see how that looks. Because you don't want the whole, well, I don't think I want the whole thing covered in ink. I do want to see some white background. But anyway, we'll see what happens when the time comes to do it. Go off. Make sure it's actually gone off before you put it down. See, I can't hear it, but I can still see the flame. Okay, now it's gone. All right, put it down. Actually leave it standing up in a little cup like that. Here we go. All right, so that's me done now. I'm going to cover it, and I'll come back to you. Let's move all that out of the way. I'll come back to you when it has set. Moving things off my container. There we go. Come back to it once it's set, and we'll do the next layer. So, yeah, I'll see you then. Right, so I'm back. It's been a few hours. Oh, it's probably been more than that. It's probably been about, let's see, 6 hours. So they're hard. But I think if you had to like push your nail into it, it would still dent, so it's still soft, but I'm going to have a go. So I'm using this alcohol here, Isopropyl. It says on the back it contains 100% isopropyl. So that's what I've got. I've just put it into this little nozzle bottle so it's easier for me to, like, you know, sprinkle it around. Now I've got these two, here. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use. This one's stronger. This was a hair curling brush that I snapped the curling thing off and I put that on. I use this for my blooms, and then this is just a embossing tool. So I'm going to see which one works better. I don't need a lot of power. So gold. I've got some teal, lime green, rainforest green, which kind of comes out blue. Every time I've used it, it's kind of blue. So, and sapphire. So I'm not sure which ones I want to do. So I'm just going to start and we'll see. I'm a bit nervous. I've never done this before. I guess the only problem with having them in the coaster molds is, you know, extra or excess alcohol can't run over the edge like it can do if, you know, you've got your coaster out or a tile out and then it just pours over the side. But I do want some negative space. I want to be able to see the white. So I won't put too much on, hey? So let's start. Oh, I hope it works. I'm just going to put some alcohol on. Give it a bit of a rub-a-dub-dub. Let's start with some gold. So they're all going to be basically the same. Your blues and greens in different shades. We'll just see what happens, eh? That's that one. Let's do a bit of teal. I probably shouldn't put too much colour on to begin with. Should I? And let's try the sapphire. So that's the teal and this is the sapphire. I'm trying to make a stripe, but it doesn't want to come out. I think I had trouble with this the other day, actually. It was kind of clogged. I'm going to have to put a pin in it. Let's see if I can unclog it. Sometimes they just, for some reason, get a bit clogged. Oh, whole thing came out. Ah, yes, now I remember. I got covered in ink last time I did this. Gosh, look. Oh my gosh. I don't know why it was clogged. Let me just wipe my hands here. I had beautiful clean hands. Now look at me. All right, let's see if we can get a couple more drops out. All right, let's see how that goes. See how those colors go. Let's try the little one first, the embossing tool. Just kind of blow it around. If you get too close, you know, you're going to dry everything out. So this is what I've seen other people do. If you like dry it out, you know, it won't blow around anymore. So you might have to add, you have to keep adding some alcohol. I want quite a lot of gold on it, I think. And I might put a little bit of lime just here. So much for my negative space. I'm going to put a little bit of alcohol around the outside. I actually didn't put alcohol on the whole tile, which I probably should have, because it's not sort of spreading around to the outside. So let's see how that goes. Whoa. Just going to be careful I don't blow right over the edges. I mustn't have any alcohol just there. There we go. Brought it round here and then blew it over there. So I don't really want to add any more. I just want to spinning around the edges. Go that way. I'm chasing it around. Okay, so I can see why people maybe choose to do it on a tile, because you do kind of chase it around. But look, it's my first attempt. I'm sure I'll get better as I go. So I want to clean this off. Just put some alcohol on that and wipe it off, just in case. I don't want it to stain, that's all. It might. All right, I'm going to put a little bit more gold on. So you just have to kind of build up your colours, really. So to push it, you know, go from the side. Just to dry it, just go in little circles above it. Oops, I forgot to put the alcohol on. You gotta put your alcohol on as well to make it spread, don't you? Or it won't go anywhere. Alright, I'm liking that one. I think I'll leave that like that. Got a nice blending and shading of colours. Actually, I might do a little bit of colour just there. I know I said I wanted some white, but there's not much white anywhere else, is there? Maybe I can blow a little bit of that teal across that white. So then to dry it, just go around in little circles. Once you're happy with your design, you just have to go around in little circles just to actually dry it off and evaporate your alcohol up. You don't have to, it'll dry off on its own. All right, let's move on to the next one. I like that. Okay, alcohol first. Actually, let's do this one up here. I'll put more alcohol on this time. Let's spread it out. Make sure it's covering the whole piece, because I didn't do that last time. Dab, dab, dab. All right, here we go. Some gold around there, and a little bit of blue around there, And let's go with a bit of lime just there. And rainforest. Blend it a little bit into that gold there. Just no point me putting the lid on, is there? All right, here we go. Let's blow these babies around a bit. Looked like a lot more colour that time, didn't it? I think I put too much colour on it. If you've got too much colour, you can just dab it and take some off. That's fine. A little bit more alcohol, a little bit more gold. Yeah, I probably put a little bit too much on, but that's okay. You can just take off. I've got a little bit too much green there. Just take some off. So much for my white negative space. Next time, hey? Okay, I think it's still a little bit too green in some areas. I'll put some blue in. A little bit of blue maybe. There we go. I think less is more, hey? You build up the colour slowly. So you put a layer on, let it dry, and then put another layer on and let it dry. And I think that tends to work better. A little bit more gold. Want lots of gold. All right, I'm liking that one. Now I'm just going to spray some alcohol on my paper towel and just clean up those edges. I think I put way too much alcohol on this one. All right, let's clean that off. Clean up as we go. So yeah, I know it is a little bit darker than that one, but that's okay. I might just pat a little bit of that colour off there. And then we'll have to put a little bit more alcohol on there just to give it a bit of a move around. Spread it a little bit more. Okay. That's better. Actually, I've got to be careful not to dab too hard because it's still soft. Although it doesn't really matter, you know, I'm going to put a top coat on anyway. Right, so here we go. Let's do the next one. I won't put as much colour on to begin with, eh? Let's flood that with alcohol. Push it into the edges there. All right, I'll go a bit slow. I do want lots of gold though, so let's do a gold there. And let's do a little bit of teal, just a few drops. And a couple of drops of the rainforest green, and then just a couple of drops of, or 3 drops of the lime. So this one hasn't got the blue in it. I'm having to hang on to my cord here so that I don't push it against anything. It doesn't drop into anything. Push some of that colour around over on top of the other colours so that it blends nicely. Oops, we're going over the top again. Guess that's the only problem with doing it in the coaster, hey? Kind of, if you blow too hard, so I definitely don't need this one. That one's way more powerful. But I think it'll be worth it in the long run on just doing it, like just doing it once in the coaster rather than doing half a coaster, taking it out. Oh, loving that. I actually like the ones, these two more than this one. I might have to put some more colour in that one. Now I'm just going to cover up this. And here she says she's not going to put any, it's going to leave some negative space. Well, that didn't work, did it? I will just put a little, what's that? Sapphire blue. Just put a little bit of blue there. And just blur that around. Just a little hint of blue. And blow it back over the top. A little bit more alcohol there. So once it dries out, the colours don't flow. So you just have to add a little bit more alcohol to blow your colours. Because once they're dried, you know, obviously they're not going to blow around. And you get nice effects by having the layering. Let one layer dry and then bring another layer in. So it's kind of sitting on top. You get really pretty effects. And then just dry it off when you're done. What are you thinking so far? Do you like it? Something a bit different, isn't it? Other than doing the same old things all the time. I'm just spraying, my bottle's over here, I'm just spraying it. I'm cleaning off my mould as we go along. Right, is it shining? Is it shiny? I kind of want to do more colour on this one now because that hasn't got any negative space. Maybe my next lot of coasters, I will do one with more negative space, but I really like the way these are turning out. Now let's have a look. I'll put a little bit more alcohol on this one here and some rainforest green, just 2 drops there, a little bit more gold. Let's see if we can cover that little side bit there. Still not covering this little bit here that I wanted to cover. Just there. Trying to get it to go back that way. It doesn't want to. So that's why the little squeezy bottle's really handy. You can just put a few drops in. Okay, that's it. Clean that off. Because if I was to try and, you know, spray it, I mean, I guess you could spray it. Could try that some other time. Love it. All right, let's do this one. Cover it with alcohol. Spread it to the sides. Okay, do my gold. Lots of gold through the center. A little bit of sapphire blue. And a little bit of teal. And just a touch of lime. We'll leave the rainforest green out for this one. Let's see how it goes. Spread them. I've got to be careful. I'm not used to this. I've got to be careful not to blow too hard. See, the gold's quite heavy. It sinks to the bottom. I do want to spread it out over the other colours. As it dries, you can see more of the gold. I'm just drying it as I'm going and spreading it out. I'm going to edge them in gold as well, so I'd like quite a bit of gold. One more drop of blue, spread that around a bit. Just building up the layers of colour. A little bit of blue over here. It's looking really pretty. A little bit more gold. Right, are they looking like a set? I think this one needs a little bit more blue. That's the only thing. I'm going to put a little bit more blue into that one. Initially I thought, well, first of all I thought, yeah, I'll just do blues and greens. And then I thought, oh, maybe I should do like one of them in purple and one of them in red and then one in blue and one in green. So I was all set to do that. And then I thought, no, I'll just do the set. Because you want them to match, all in the blues and greens. This one just, I feel as if this one hasn't got enough blue in it. The others have all got blue. I'm just going to pop a little bit of blue in this one. So a little bit more alcohol. Maybe just one drop of blue. Oh, did I do two? Oh, that must, I spilled. Okay, I have to have a bit of alcohol on that one now then. And we'll just spread that around ever so lightly. Again, building up those layers. If there's a section you don't like, just blot it with some paper. What is that one? Oh, that's sapphire. Yeah. Not looking really blue though, is it? It's looking more green. Some of the blues do that, I found, with the alcohol inks. A lot of them tend to go quite green. You think you're using a blue and it's a green. Right, let's clean up as we go. All right, I'm happy with that. I just got that little hint of blue there. All right. What do you think? I really like them. I do. Not at all what I was envisaging to begin with, because I thought I was going to have some negative space and have the white come through, but they're so little, you know. You blow the colour and it's covered them. So unless you start with just a couple of drops maybe, like if you really wanted negative space, maybe I'll do that next time. I might, actually, you know what I'd really like to do? A black base with reds and golds and leave some negative space. So what do you think? We'll do that next, shall we? I'll bring you down so you can have a little look at the shimmer. And then, I don't know if the ring light's going to be in the way. It might be. I'll just turn it off. All right, turn the ring light off. Let's have a little look. Oh, look, did you see that? Look at the gold. So I know it's a bit of a, maybe not a very smooth looking top at the moment, but once we put the, and I say we, I mean me, you guys can watch, once we put the clear top coat on, you know, that sort of textured look from the gold and the dried inks sort of looking a bit sort of crusty on top, I guess you could call it, that will all vanish. Look at it, it's so pretty. And look, it wasn't hard to do, you know. You just, I think if you're maybe new to resin and maybe you're struggling with the different techniques and you just want to create something pretty, just try this. Like, that wasn't hard to do. There's no right or wrong. And look, they're just so beautiful. Got all these different colours in there. And the light of the lime goes really pretty with the gold, and then you've got that pop of the darker blue. I think they're really nice. What do you think? So happy with them. And of course, you know, it's dried, pretty much dry. I'm not going to touch it, but I'll do the, what's the time? It's 20 to 6 in the evening. I'll come back and I'll do a top coat tonight. real quick, and then I'll be able to unmold them tomorrow. So you can get these done in a day for sure. Let's look at that gold. Shimmer, shimmer. Really pretty. All right, I'll leave it at that. I'll be back shortly and we'll do the top coat. I'm back. I thought I'd bring you down here next to me because we've got the light shining on them and they look really pretty. They just look like little lily ponds, don't they? Now let me get my glove back on. Made up some more resin, just clear resin. Same as before, I did 110 grams of A. And so what I did, hang on, 110 grams of A and 50 of B. So hopefully there'll be enough to cover these because these are dry now. And hopefully we'll get some really pretty effects. Look at that. Oh, now the ring light's showing in it. Oh my gosh. What happens if I turn it off? Is that too dark now? Oh, it'll be alright. The ring light's a pain. It reflects. It's good, like when the camera's up there on the table, but when the camera's down here next to me, then we get that bad reflection, which isn't fun. Look at those colours. Oh, that top coat of resin, it just looks amazing. Look at the difference. Just brings everything to life, doesn't it? Now I want these to dome a little bit. I've got a tiny bit of resin left. Haven't got much. Let me get down here and have a look. You need a little bit more. I can't believe the difference just from adding this clear over the top. It's made such a big difference. They're just beautiful. I know they're not perfect. Look, you know, I was going for the negative space. You can't even see the white underneath. It was pointless doing it, I guess. But look, it's my first time and I've learnt from it. So if you learn from something, then it's not wasted, hey? I had fun. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. But I would like to do another one. And maybe I'll just do blues. Different shades of blue with the gold, because this one's got a lot of green in it. Now, where else? It needs just a tiny bit. There's not much left. So I'd like to do another one. Or a few. I get on this bandwagon. I try something new and then I do it and I do it and I do it. And then I go, okay, done, move on. What's next? So, yeah, we'll do blues. No greens, just blues with the gold. And like I said, I want to do the black with the reds and oranges. Also with gold. And then what can we do with silver? What do you think? Maybe purples? How about purples with silver? That would look pretty, wouldn't it? See if we can get all of this resin out. Just made enough. Look at that. It looks so pretty. Love it. It's just got a real depth to it now. Right, I'm going to torch. Now, can you see the bubbles? I don't know if you can see the bubbles from up there. Just give it a bit of a torch, just with my little torch here. I don't know if you can see any bubbles popping or not, but they are. Give it a quick hit with the torch now, and then I'll come back. She'll go around the other side. Come back and do it again in just 5 minutes, because more will come to the surface. So I don't want to overheat them now, because the bubbles tend to come up to the surface and they sort of all get pulled into the middle. Wipe up my resin drip. Alrighty, let me get these gloves off. I'll see. I'll take you down. I guess I could have done the little heart as well, hey? Didn't really think about it. Wouldn't have needed much ink at all, would it? Look at that. It's, you probably can't see it, but it's got such a depth of of colours, and you can see that, you know, the colours are on top of each other, and then you've got the clear, so it looks as if you're looking down into a pond. So pretty. Alrighty, well, I'll leave it. I'll come back in 5 minutes. I'll torch again, and then I'll be back in the morning. What's the time now? It's nearly 8 p.m. I'll come back in the morning and we'll demold. Let's have a look and see if we can see if they're mounding, doming, whatever you want to call it. Yep, looking pretty. All right, I'll see you in the morning. All right, it's the next day. I'm back. And they're nice and set and dry. Now I've got my favourite pen here. Put you on autofocus. The Deco Colour Premium. So that's my favourite to do the edges. Gives really good coverage. I've got my little nail file in case I need to file any edges. So let's have a look. They should just pop out really easily, which they do. Come out really nicely from these molds. And there we go. Look at that. It's so pretty. I wonder if you can pick up the shimmer of the gold. Oh, look, there's my white. What a shame. It's just down the bottom there. But look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, smooth, shiny top. Now, this resin is heat resistant to 100 degrees. But don't go putting anything on them until, like, at least a month. Wait till they set up nice and hard. There's a little overhang there. I'll just sand that off. Okay. I might just go all the way around just to be on the safe side. Doesn't take very long at all. Just like that. There's a little bit there too. A little bit there. Okay. Oops, have I gone all the way around yet? I don't think so. It's really easy. You just go around like that. You can feel if you've got any sharp bits or any bumps or overflows or anything like that. You just run your finger around. And that'll be the best guide, really, as to anything that you've missed. Okay, wipe off the dust. I don't have my cloth with me, but wipe off the dust. There we go. Beautiful. Right, let's have a little look here and see if I can get this gold on the sides. It's a bit of a shame to cover up that, isn't it? What do you think? I might just do this little top rim and see what it looks like, because I actually quite like that. Oh, silly. All right, here we go. Let me concentrate now. Half on, half off. Oops, there's a bit of a bump there. Concentrate, Julie. All right, round we go. Give it a shake, get the colour coming back down again. It's looking good. Not quite as thick over here as it is on the other side. I'll just go over that again. Maybe a little bit more just here. I don't like having it too thick. I just want it to be even though, the same amount all the way around. Give it a shake to get the colour to come down. Probably doing it a little bit thicker than I would normally do on a coaster. I think I'll actually leave the side. I don't think it needs to be done because I like that. I like that look. And there's no reason why you could if you wanted to do it, but I just think that's really pretty. You can see the white and then the ink and then the gold. So there we go. There's that one. I'll just put it there. I'll get the others out. I won't paint them all gold in front of you because that'll just take forever. But I will, after I finish my video, I will sand them, all the edges, because there's a little bit of an overflow there. I'll sand all the edges and paint them, and then I'll take them outside for you. See what they look like in the sun. The other thing some people do is, like once you've finished with your ink, you can dab a little paintbrush in some of the gold ink and make little lines and things like that. But I don't know, I just think it takes away from the actual natural look of it. But I may do that at a different time. Can't really pick up the shimmer. Can't really pick up the gold that well. Can you see through it? Oh, look, you can actually see through it a little bit. Huh. Maybe outside we'll be able to pick up the gold shimmer. There's the other one. This one's got more gold in it. But again, I don't know that you can pick it up. Look at that. Look how shiny that is. So pretty. That was really nice. I like how it's got the extra gold in it. Okay, and this one. This one's got a lot going on in it. That was, I think, the first one I did because I turned the mold around so the heart was facing me. So this one was, I think, the first one I did. Hopefully you can pick up the sparkle. It's a bit difficult on a camera, isn't it, to pick up the depth and the sparkle sometimes. It's really pretty. I'm happy with it. It was so much fun. I want to go again today and do a different colour. Alright, so there they are. I'll set them up outside. It's a bit of an overcast, rainy day again today. Being in the wet season, it's raining pretty much every day, but I'll see if I can take a nice little video for you outside. But I love that. Look at the gold ring around that. Love that. All right, I'm off. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Get out your alcohol inks. Have a play. It's so much fun. All right, I'll see you real soon. Bye for now.